Hi everyone, welcome to Life Accounting Growing Pains. Welcome back anyone, and welcome any newcomers. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We are trying to reach as many people as we can because we feel that the more we can reach people, the more we can let them know that they are not alone in their journey, or maybe they're not alone as far as anybody that can relate to them. And we can relate to a lot of people. So if you could just subscribe, like, share, comment, whatever it takes, I would really appreciate it because we are new to this platform. So continuing on from obstacles, right? Obstacles, we set goals. We talked about setting goals. And then we talked about what happens when we set goals. Then there comes the obstacles. Okay, this one is talking about the 7 common obstacles to our goals and how to navigate them. So I'm going to read them off this list, what our 7 common ones are. Lack of creativity. So what does that mean? Well, maybe we have a goal in mind, but we just don't know how to get there, right? We're kind of stuck in the same, same place. Not being creative enough to figure out how to get there, right? It's kind of like, okay, I have a goal to travel, let's say, to another state or another country. Well, if all you can think about is, well, a car can't get to another country, so I guess I'm not going to go. Okay, this is a very, I know, basic example. However, we got to get more creative with how we're going to achieve our goals, right? So you're like, okay, then what can I do? Well, maybe a train. No, a train can't get me over the ocean. Well, a common thing is to do is fly, but then you're like, a lot of people fly. Maybe we can take a boat. See? So there's different, it's about getting creative with what you want to do. Get creative. So we, to get your goals accomplished. And a lot of us lack creativity. And that's okay. That's why we're here we're tuning in today. And we're trying to brainstorm and to learn. And it's a no judgment zone here. And so let's just learn together. So the common obstacles we have is lack of creativity, negative thinking. I've spoke to in previous videos about negative thinking. Negative thinking makes it hard for you to move forward, right? Negative thinking. Oh, I got to get my socks on. Oh, I got to get my shoes on. Oh my goodness, I got to set the alarm to get up, right? Because let's say your goal is to lose weight. So we have to go back to positive thinking, because if we keep saying, ugh, all the time, we're not going to be able to say, yes, I accomplished my goal, because we're too busy over here. I got to do this. I got to do that, right? So we got to have positive thinking. Yes, I get to do this. Yes, I choose to do this. Yes, 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 right? So that helps us to have a positive thinking. So the common obstacle is lack of creativity and negative thinking. Number 3, we lack confidence. Well, I hate to tell you, but negativity and lacking confidence go hand in hand. I tell you. So, well, Andrea, what do we do if we lack confidence? We need to keep moving forward, because you don't know what you can achieve standing still, right? So in order to gain your confidence, you got to get that positive thinking cap on. You got to get those creativity juices going and do it like you own it. And I know it's uncomfortable. However, do you know how many people in this world that are walking around and they look like they have confidence, but I bet there's a good portion of them that are like, okay, here I go, you know? Only they know they lack confidence, but boy, their stride is strong, right? So if they can do it, you certainly can do it. You need to trust your self-strengths and think positive to regain your confidence. Okay. And then if you are around people or you're telling yourself, no, I can't do this, no, I can't do that, my ability isn't, up to snuff to do this, or I haven't learned that, don't worry. Don't worry. There's a lot of people ability isn't up to whatever, and they're making progress, right? They're making progress toward confidence. And this journey is at your own pace. Small steps do matter. I think by the time you get done listening to all these videos, you're going to be like, okay, that's definitely Andrea's go-to. But I'm serious. Small steps do matter. Small steps when it comes to thinking positive, small steps when it comes to being creative. There's small steps in everything. Small steps getting out of bed. Tell you, it truly does matter. Okay, so we've covered 3: lack of creativity, negative thinking, lacking confidence, focused. Are we focused? Well, I'm sure not. If we're lacking confidence, we certainly aren't focused, right? Like, are you focused on swimming across the pool? If you're like, all I can do is doggy paddle. I mean, you don't stay very focused, right? So we got to stay focused. We got to keep our eye on the prize. We have to keep our eye even on the next step, that going forward. Maybe you don't need to look at the whole staircase, right? If you can just look at one step at a time, you will get there. You will get to the top of whatever you're doing, your top of your goals, achieving your goals, your success. So let's stay focused. And you know what? Staying focused takes effort. So we need to stay focused, and we need to put in the effort, because I believe that's the next one. Refusing to put in the effort. Refusing to put in the effort. Well, we can't complain that we can't overcome these obstacles if we're over here not putting in no effort, right? New approach gets different outcomes. Nah, I don't want to put in a new approach. Well, I wish you the best, because I don't really, in my opinion, it has never worked out for me. If I need to have a different approach, I need to put effort into it to have a different outcome. That's from my personal experience. Perhaps maybe you have a different strategy on life. However, I'm just sharing mine, and I thank you for listening. Also, time. Making your way toward goals is challenging enough without having the irritation of not enough time to do so. Like I said, you are not into a competition. This is not a rat race. This is your life. You set the pace. You set a steady, comfortable pace for you. The point is go, right? If you go a mile per hour, right? 1 mile per hour, or if you go 60 miles per hour, you're still going to get to your destination, as long as you have consistency and you stay focused. As long as you don't just stop the car and take a detour and go to a rest stop and be like, I'm done. As long as you have a steady, comfortable pace for you, because everybody's journey is different. Everybody's comfort zones are different. Everybody's learning abilities and thinking abilities are different, right? So, with that said, everybody's pace is different. Time is different. Okay, so we have talked about lack of creativity, negative thinking, lacking confidence, not enough focus, refusing to put in the effort, time, and what is our last one? What is the last common obstacle when it comes to our goals? Is vague goals, vague aspirations, right? Vague. I want to go on vacation. Okay. Okay. But will you achieve that goal if you don't know where you're going? How do you know how much money to save? How do you know how much gas to put in your car? How much time should you ask your boss off for work? How are you going for a weekend, a month, a summer? See? So we need to have our goals or aspirations in more detail. Don't get overwhelmed by it, but have a good idea of it, right? Don't get overwhelmed like every tiny detail. You don't need every tiny detail, but you need it to be detailed enough to keep you motivated. You need to be detailed enough to keep you focused on it. So, and when you are able to recognize, since we brought this up, what the 7 obstacles are, this is going to be, once we start implementing these, the obstacles that come, we're going to already overcome them, right? Because we have an obstacle of time, obstacle of lack of creativity. So we're going to address each of those obstacles. So if there's anything else that comes, right, we're like, oh, I'm equipped. I am so equipped. It says, now that you have a good idea of blocks you might encounter on your way to a goal achievement, use these steps to overcome them. Okay, listen up what these steps are. Take responsibility to keep creativity going. How do you keep creativity going? That's a good question. How do we keep creativity going? Well, brainstorming, for one, is to keep creativity going, right? And I don't care, just not only in your brain. You can do it with a recorder. You can do it with a crayon and paper. You can draw like pictures or and what you want to achieve, whatever it is, right? We just need to keep our creativity going. You can also make a storyboard of your plan of action. That would be helpful for keeping creativity going, right? So, and not only does it keep creativity going, it keeps you focused. It keeps you determined. That's for one. And it keeps the positive thoughts out because you're moving forward. And if you're so focused on, let me say, your storyboard, when are you going to have time to think positive, or to think, pardon me, when are you going to have time to think negative, right? So your thinking will be adjusting. Your personality will be adjusting. Like, yeah, I get to do this. Yeah, I chose to do this. Yeah, yes, good job, right? So we need those things. Okay. Those negative thoughts. Oh, we're back at that again. The negative thoughts. What can we do with them? I was hoping you could answer that for yourself. What can we do with the negative thoughts? Yep, that's right. Kick them out of our mind. Then there's an empty space in there. After we kick a thought out, now there's an empty space. Now what do we do with that empty space? That's right. We got to put something positive back in there, because we just can't leave it vacant, right? We got to put something positive in there. So you kick out the old ugly, you put in something positive and beautiful, right? So that's what we need to do with our ugly thoughts. And don't ponder on them. That's even worse. So as I say, right when they come into your thought, it's like, whoa, no, out of there. No, that's not how I'm choosing to think right now. And don't worry, this is very common, because sometimes I wonder if we're through social media and different types of media, I guess in general, that we get trained to automatically have these negative thoughts in our mind, right? So yeah, but just kick them out, and it's really, you might not catch all of them at first, but the more you do it, the more you'll catch. Okay. And then it says, review past achievements. Ooh, I love this one. So think about, you set a goal and you have doubt, right? At this moment, you have doubt. But if you start thinking about past experiences, past achievements, if I survived that, if I was successful at this and this, then this is going to be a cakewalk. This is definitely going to be a cakewalk. I know when I was in an abusive relationship, and I worked 2 jobs and I don't know, 2 jobs and someone else's addiction and house payment and all this stuff, right? And vintage cars and just all that finances that go into that. But I made it through, right? So then when I was no longer with that person, I was like, oh, what do I do? But then I thought, oh, this is going to be a cakewalk, because if I supported him, the children, the house, the cars, then I can definitely support just myself and my 1 car and my 1 little 1-bedroom house, right? So look back at your achievements. Look back at them, and then you can draw strength from that, just looking back. Even though you might have been amazed how you got through that, but still that was an inner strength, right? So reflecting back on that helps us to remember how strong we are and how brave we are and how courageous we were, right? Okay, so let's remember that. Then we need to commit to goals. Well, yeah, it goes hand in hand to staying focused, right? So if we're staying focused, we're staying committed to them. It's like when I went to college, okay, I'm staying focused on college. I'm staying focused, right? Well, what's the next term, or what's another term for it? Staying committed. I just stayed committed to my schoolwork. I stayed committed to my assignments and what needs to be done and the deadlines, right? Because I stayed focused. And then I graduated. So it's staying committed, staying focused to get to where you want to be. And where you want to be doesn't have to be like, I don't know. It doesn't have to be just a complete life changer as a goal. It really don't. If your goal is this, hey, I want to be able to get out of bed every day and take a walk around the block every day. And that's all your goal is. That's it. And I want that done by noon every day. That is a magnificent goal. Magnificent. Magnificent. You know why it's magnificent? Because that was your goal, right? Somebody else be like, I get out of bed every day and I run 5 miles every morning. I don't even understand that goal. You know what? They don't need to understand it. That's your personal goal. We are not in a competition with somebody, okay? So your goals may seem odd, minute, whatever to somebody else, but don't worry about it, because you are taking care of you, your self-growth, your walk of life, your personal being, right? So it's okay, whatever goals it is. It's quite all right. Okay. Next one. Work. What? It's all a work. Work along with committing wholeheartedly to goals. You got to put in the work. Tell yourself your effort will, in the end, be worth it. How many times have you seen on my post, you are worth it? Well, it shows right here. It just says, because you achieve those goals. Why? Because you're worth it. You're worth getting out of bed every morning. You're worth the best, right? You're worth doing good things. You're worth having good things, accomplishing success. Your mental health is worth it. Your physical health is worth it. Your happiness is worth it, right? Your family is worth it. But I want you to do this for yourself first before you just go do it for somebody else. You making goals is a personal thing. It helps you when you make personal, from my opinion, okay, in my experience. I am not a doctor, okay, by no means. I'm just speaking straight from my experience. But when you make a goal because you want to make a goal for your own self, you can accomplish it like no tomorrow. And it will mean something. But if you make a goal for somebody else, maybe I'm not saying you can't achieve it. I'm sure you can. However, in my experience, when I try to make goals with someone else in mind or make changes for somebody else, resentment kind of snuck in, lack of motivation snuck in, irritability snuck in. Like, why do I have to have goals? Why do I have to this and that? Am I not good enough? I mean, it just took me on this road of whoa, right? And we didn't, this road of woe of negative thinking is what I'm talking about. So we need to set the goals for ourselves, and that will also help keep our mindset positive. So think about that. Keep our goals for ourselves and work toward those. Okay. Use your schedule. No matter what your goal is, constantly schedule the time to work toward it. So once again, put forth effort. Some people have hours every day to put, I can't even talk, to put toward their goal, right? Some have hours. You know, sometimes I only have like 3 minutes to put forth toward my goal. But you know what? That's okay. That is a start. And that's the best I can do right now. For what I have, that's the best I can do. I'm not going to beat myself up because somebody has 3 hours to do whatever to make their goal. That's not my business. My business is my 3 minutes, right? My business is my personal goals. So, no judgment here. If all you have is 3 minutes, all you have is 17 minutes, it doesn't matter. What matters is staying focused, staying consistent, keep on keeping on, right? Keep on keeping on. Be relentless with your 3 minutes. Day after day. You will get there. Small steps do matter, my friend. Small steps do matter. Okay. Now, like we talked about earlier, I believe it was in a previous video, we need to clarify our goals and write them down and be specific with them. So, remember when I was talking, I don't know if you listened to the previous video, but where I was talking about is make a no-fail environment, right? This would be perfect in your no-fail environment right here. Clarify goals. Write them and place copies everywhere inside your house. Your briefcase, on your calendar. Me personally, what helps me is on my mirror or posted right on my wall next to my desk. Or I have also put them on my front or back door. Yep, I've even done that, taped them like in my car on the dash too. So everybody's different. Just everybody's different. But this would be a good idea to make an addition to your fail-safe environment, or the fail-safe, no fail environment you set up for yourself when it comes to goals. This would be a really good one to write notes and keep it down, or your list, and keep them visible. So this will help you also stay focused. And let's see. There will be obstacles to block the pathways toward your goals. Yeah, we know this. That's the whole purpose of this talk. But if you can identify the sources of the blocks, you can develop solutions or use these time-tested strategies to navigate through obstacles to claim your success. What are they talking about, Andrea? Well, what they're talking about is being prepared, right? We need to be prepared. It's like I was mentioning on the other video. Okay, a storm's coming. What do you do when a storm's coming? Oh, people usually get out candles, or they make sure they have enough food in their house, or they have bottled water, or enough gas in their car, right? So, being prepared. So that would be like what our next video is going to be. How do we get prepared for these things as well? We identified the 7 obstacles that we all have in common. Now our next video will be like, how do we get prepared? What do we do? What's our next steps, if you will? Because you know what? We want you to be the best you in 2022. You know why? Because you're worth it. That's why. I swear you're going to get sick of me saying that. But, however, I thank you for watching today's video. Please stay tuned to our next video. And thank you for helping me make Life Accounts and Growing Pains grow and spread the word to people. Please tell them about this. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Make a comment. Whatever it is. Just help us get out there to tell people about this encouraging platform, encouraging channel. We just love that you're here with us, and thank you so much for your time. And I hope that I'm making a difference or giving you ideas on how to make a difference to be the best you in 2022. I will see you on the next video. Thank you.